What is the deal? What's the deal? They should have never let it happen, everybody. They should have never let it happen. Welcome to Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent, coming to you a little late. You know what I'm saying? Had some work obligations, man. But you know what, man? I start seeing that Aaron Rodgers news, start seeing the Brady news, start seeing all kinds of shit. And I said, you know what, man? I gotta speak my piece, man. But you know, like I always say, y'all, let's start this podcast. Yo, oh my God. Man, ain't seen y'all in a while, man. What's the deal, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There's a lot going on in Raider Nation this week, man. I thought that shit was gonna get a little quiet. I was gonna take some time off. Fix the hat. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Fix the hat, man. I thought it was gonna be one of those weeks, man. I thought it was gonna be a quiet week. And every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. Oh my God, man. We got over 105 in the room right off the rip. Y'all know what I always say, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get wasted with your brother wasted. You know what I'm saying? And if you're over there on Twitter, do me a favor. Come on over. Join us on YouTube. And if you're not a member, hit the subscribe button. We are on a race for 7K, my guys. Let me give my shout outs before we get started. Mr. Raider Nation, my dog. My dog, Code 17. Father, Gorell Webster. The incomparable Patrick B. Raider Primos, one of the main members of the Raider Wasted Talent Army, Raider Nation Unlimited. My dog Fitzy, John Leone, Richard Hardy, Bourbon. What's up, Bourbon? What's the deal, Bourbon? Where you been, bro? Robert DeVia, Pushing Poise, Pride, my brother Halo Raider. What is the fucking deal, brother? Hey, Halo, man, I'm feeling some kind of way, man. Hit me up, bro. My dog Brave, Rick, what's up? My dog Tomb Raider, Brandon Vandal, and the unofficial but official producer of Raider Nation Unlimited, Sean Johnson. My brother Ben Bad is in the place to be, man. Ryan Rangel, Herman Munster. Oh my God, the Moen Show, Bill Gates. My dog. Doors in the place. Yo, make sure y'all go over to the Raider Nation Drinking Club. That channel is going off. Y'all got to go over there, man. Marzell Simpson, Uncharted Raider. So, all right, you know what? Thick Frame E, my dog, what it is. Big Mike. What is the deal? Elmatic. Dave Killenberg. All right, look, we got 150 in the room. It's time to get going. Guys, I'm sure you've heard. If you haven't heard, you're going to have to get with it to get lost. But Aaron High Stakes Rodgers was talking about being traded. Aaron Rodgers was very, very candid on Pat McAfee's show. Pat McAfee's podcast, man. I mean, it's the who's who and it's the place you want to be in the National Football League. It's kind of similar to like, All the Smoke. You know what I mean? Like, that's a podcast where they kind of set the table over there, man. And the Packers put out a little news, as you guys well know. They said they are not trading Aaron Rodgers in the NFC. So that right there cuts the suitors in half. So if you're going to the AFC, you got to do a little process of elimination here. Who has a quarterback in vacancy? The Raiders are the one team who have a vacancy at quarterback. There was also a report that Josh McDaniels wants his quarterback next year. Right? So what does that mean? He has to have his quarterback this year. There are reports that Mark Davis is not giving any mulligans to this man this year. He gave him a mulligan this year, but there'll be no passes, no mulligans given this year. So we got to look at this. This man needs to go out there and bring in a veteran quarterback. Now, there are only certain veteran quarterbacks out there that are available, right? Once you get past the Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, man, I tell you, the quality of veterans that are available drops substantially off. It falls off a goddamn cliff. So the only thing that you can do to not piss Raider Nation off, because you have people like me who want to win, and then you have people that are Carr supporters, and the only way you can pacify these people is to bring in a guy who is more talented than Derek, besides actually drafting a quarterback this year. So Aaron Rodgers would be the best case scenario for a lot of people. Aaron Rodgers is the best case scenario for a lot of people because, one, a lot of people hate Tom Brady. The nation hates Tom Brady. We don't have no smoke with Aaron Rodgers really over here. We'll take him. Aaron Rodgers is younger than Tom Brady. He's about 5 or 6 years younger. No, I think Aaron Rodgers is 39, 40 years old, but he's younger than Tom Brady is. He has a little more tread left on that tire, right? And also, Aaron Rodgers is a guy who has a skill set that's better than Derek Carr. He is, universally recognized as a better quarterback than Derek Carr. So now what you've done by getting rid of Derek Carr is if you bring him in, you know that you've upgraded the quarterback position. Problem is with Aaron Rodgers is, and this is the difference between him and Brady. Tom Brady is a free agent, so it's a matter of a choice. Tom Brady can come over here. Tom Brady can sign with the Raiders, and then you can build around him without giving up draft compensation. Now, if you value your draft compensation, you look at the teams around the National Football League. Most of these teams that have these players like the San Francisco 49ers, these guys were drafted, bro. The 49ers are a beast like that. They didn't build this team through free agency, bro. Deebo Samuels, drafted. Huffnager, drafted. Warner and all these guys were drafted by the 49ers. Listen, Trent Williams was a great, smart, sneaky free agent signing. They went big because their team, when you draft well like that, you can allot that kind of money for open market free agents to fill a hole. Just like Christian McCaffrey, another guy they went out there and got. So, guys, look, man, the Aaron Rodgers deal has a lot of caveats that are good for the Raiders. Have a lot of caveats that are bad. We're gonna get into some of the bad right now. I'm gonna get to some of y'all comments, man. Now let me pull up, man. I'm glad y'all in a place to be. We gotta have this discussion, man. You know how we do. Darren Mumford played left guard. See, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I'm gonna read it. I appreciate your comment, my dog Fitzy. Darren Mumford played left guard at Ohio State. If we move on from James, what about Parham at center? Mumford at left guard. Now, see, that's pretty much, I think, the plan. I think left guard, bro, they might probably go out in free agency and improve that position and or draft somebody. But I think that the plan is to put Dylan Parham at center. Dylan Parham's a little stout and better at the point of attack. He'd have to get a little bigger, but he's a rookie, and he seems like he has more athletic and physical ability than Andre James. Andre James is a guy who is excellent for his own blocking scheme. He's not the kind of center that you want up front in a power scheme. Andre James has played decent this year, but there's a glaring difference when you have somebody who's a bona fide nose that's over him and he doesn't get help. When Andre James doesn't get help, he gets dominated a lot, and you're going to get that pressure up the middle. But right now, Andre James is one of those guys that you can move on from if you can improve the position and start moving some things around. So, but let's get back to this Aaron Rodgers situation, man. Let's get back to that. I do not want to go off task right here. John Leone, Samoan Raider is saying that Waller and Renfro may go in the trade blocks. Your thoughts on that? Brother, I believe that right now what's going on is that, like I said previously, I don't think that there's any mulligans that will be given to this coaching staff. I think Mark Davis is pissed off at what's going on in that stadium. A lot of it is his fault. But, I think that the one thing that Mark Davis has been throughout his ownership has been very patient. I think the patience has run out. You guys got to realize this man is Al Davis's son. Al Davis was not a patient man when it came to losing. And I think that his son is, now that he has money and he has resources and he has the kind of stadium that people want to come to and he doesn't have to beg people to come to play here anymore, I think Mark Davis isn't going to be patient with Josh McDaniels. I think Josh McDaniels has to turn his team around this year. He has to. And Josh McDaniels knows that. I think Mark Davis has probably told him that. And I think that David Ziegler knows that they're on the clock. And I think that they're going to try to do everything they can to locate the quarterback first and build from there. Now, if you look at what happened this year, Darren Waller didn't play a whole lot this year, and Hunter Renfrow didn't play a whole lot this year. And they paid those guys to pacify Derek Carr. Derek Carr's no longer here. So I think that the love affair with Hunter Renfrow with our front office might not be the same and congruent with the way Raider Nation feels about Hunter Renfrow. We all love Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow's a dog. We love the effort, and he's a dynamic player. But does Hunter Renfrow move the needle with our front office? And that remains to be seen. So when you look at it, I can definitely see that. I've been saying that since before the season ended, that they were going to shop Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. It makes sense. Because if you're going to move cap room, if you're going to get a return, if you're going to improve the other side of the football, you have to get rid of some of these offensive pieces, right? And you can replace these guys in real time with guys that are a step under, that are a lot cheaper. Now, what we got to look at is to make this job palatable for a star aging quarterback. A star aging quarterback has to have a number one target, young guys up front to protect them, and a strong offensive line. And a quarterback's best friend is a run game. And I think the one thing that's going to have to happen, they're going to pay the guy that they know played well for them this year, like they should have last year. I think that they shouldn't have paid Hunter Renfrow, Waller, or Josh Jacobs. I think they should have let them earn their contract like Josh Jacobs did. I think they're going to go out and keep Josh Jacobs. I think it's a hard sell for all of us as fans, even though we know the shelf life on running backs. It'll be a hard sell to let Josh Jacobs walk out of the door to Raider Nation. That's too much bad energy. That's just too much. Like, we could talk about the numbers and what makes sense and what it normally is, but when you're talking about Derek Carr and the league's leading rusher walking out the door in the same offseason, the optics of that are terrible. And I think the nation will swallow losing Darren Waller better than losing Josh Jacobs. And if it's a decision between the two, it's Josh Jacobs for me. Now, I know a lot of people say Darren Waller is so physically talented that you don't want to get rid of him. But to me, Darren Waller is starting to be this era's Jermichael Finley. Darren Waller looks like Tarzan and at times plays like Jane. And I think that you'd be better suited going out there, especially if you bring Brady in and you bring an older Gronkowski in. I would be okay with bringing a Gronk in and going and getting a young tight end to pair it with Tom and moving on from Darren Waller and that gargantuan contract that he has. Richard Hardy. I think Brady knows what he wants to do already, but he wants to be quiet so he doesn't tamper and lose a pick like what happened with the Dolphins. I think he does too. I think that Tom Brady is a guy who definitely wants to play. Tom Brady lost his marriage about this game. The only reason why I would think that Tom Brady would not come back is because he wants to spend time with his children. But we listen, man, either which way, I'm glad that Aaron Rodgers is in the fold. Like, there have been some reports that Aaron Rodgers has made his trade desires known because he wants to come to the Raiders and he wants to beat Tom Brady in here. My dog, JT Douglas, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate it, man. Stiddy grows under Rodgers or Brady's. Pick number 7, linebacker. Continue to pick the defense in the draft. Pick up an O-lineman, defensive back at free agency. Keep Jacobs. Now, see, bro, the one problem with that is I don't think that you'll be able to keep the 7th pick bringing in Aaron Rodgers. And that is one of the reasons why I've been kind of like, okay, let's see if we can get Brady, right? Because you could just sign him for money and Tom Brady's going to take less money. Another thing about Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League, bar none. He's the highest paid quarterback in the league. So that's an issue. So he's going to have to restructure his deal and you're going to have to give a draft compensation for him. And like I said previous to this, you better make damn well sure if you give up a first-round pick again, you're getting a superstar player that's going to perform for you. Davante Adams definitely performed for us. How much does Aaron Rodgers have left in the tank? Is this the system for Aaron Rodgers? Will he get along with his coaching staff? There are a lot of moving parts. You're going to have other new guys here. He'll have Davante Adams, but the thing about that is that you're giving up a draft pick. You're paying him a gargantuan contract that you're not going to be able to get out from. And then now you got to start making moves everywhere else. And that's the problem that I see with bringing an Aaron Rodgers in. That is the problem that I see with it. Now, see, in the same token, Aaron, you know what I mean, is a guy that likes his money. He's not like Brady, where he's going to take less money to win. And that's another issue, man. That's another issue for me, man. So for me, I would like to go the route of signing someone outright, but I can't see the Raiders being able to keep their first round draft pick and having Aaron Rodgers in the building. And then now you have to reimagine what this team looks like with a contract like that on here, losing your first round pick. And you got to look at how well they do draft. Let me get to some of these contracts, man. Yo, 24 Savage, appreciate you, my dog. Richardson reminds me of Pryor. I'm sorry. Jacobs is one of my favorite players, but he's a $7 to $8 million max player in this league. I mean, bro, listen, if you got to give him 8, 10, you got to do it. You got to bring Josh up in here, man. You cannot let Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs walk out of the door. The nation will never forgive this regime. There'll be so much negativity, from guys like me and the media and the fan base, bro, and we will look like a bunch of hacks. They got to sign Josh Jacobs. He's done too much this year, man. Waller didn't want to play with Carr. Carr's ball placement puts receivers at risk a lot. Black and grayed out, listen, I've heard that. I'm not going to shy away from it. A lot of times I'll say, oh, that's conjecture. We don't know. Nah, man, I've heard that. But at the end of the day, Darren Waller has a big hole in his game to be paid the way he is. Darren Waller, and it's not about blocking because he's essentially a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He's a big target. He's a physical freak. There are not a lot of men walking around this earth with the kind of talent that Darren Waller has. And yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 341 people in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. My God. But the thing is this. It's not the fact that Darren Waller doesn't block that bothers me as much. It's the fact that he doesn't advance the football. A lot of times when Darren Waller catches the ball in short yardage, he gets tackled right then and there. And that's always been my issue with Darren Waller, man. For him to be as big of a freak as he is, and he's not the greatest in the red zone either, which is crazy to me. I've been a Raider fan forever, but I don't see us being good enough to draw Brady's or Rodgers. They want to win now. We aren't there yet, being honest. See, Rick Glenn, you can't see the forest from the trees, man, a lot of the times, bro. We are not as far as far off as you think. This team with about 5 players and a better quarterback is a problem, bro. And the thing about guys like Brady and Rodgers, there are certain things that they're looking for. Great teams don't look for quarterbacks. The Kansas City Chiefs are not looking for a quarterback. The Buffalo Bills aren't looking for a quarterback. Bad teams need quarterbacks, bro. So what you got to do is, out of all the bad teams, you got to look and see who are the people who have the most tread on the tire in that team. Who are the people who are going to have the people that I can use to make me better and to let my talent shine? Who can I elevate to a winning team as soon as I walk through? These guys are supremely talented guys. These are 2 of the greatest to ever play the game. You got the greatest to ever play the game, and you got one of the most physically talented quarterbacks ever in Aaron Rodgers. They don't listen, man, you're not going to get them with a good time. If they got Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs in the building, and then they have certain linemen, they have certain guys on the defensive end of the ball, they improve the offensive line, this ain't nothing but a situation for them, my dog. It's nothing but a situation for them. They will come in here in a heartbeat, yo. L Rockets, you're acknowledged, my brother. What's going on, man? That Way Podcast. You can't pay a running back that type of money. I'm sorry. But see, that way, man, if he's a superstar and you can make it work, you can, if the contract is one that the team can get out of. If it's an albatross like Ezekiel Elliott's contract, then that's different. I don't see why you can't pay Josh Jacobs, 3-year, $30 million or 3, you know what I'm saying? Something in that range with incentives and things and a way for them to get out of the contract in the 3rd year. I have no problem with it, my dog. Dirty Eric. Now I'm sorry, Wasted, but that don't make no sense, bro, the Waller thing. But see, bro, I think it does. Now, the thing is this, bro. If you got a situation where you're trying to move money around, right? And you're trying to get some money for the defense. You're trying to get money for the offense. You're trying to find a way to pay Josh Jacobs. Who do you keep? Do you keep Waller or do you keep Jacobs at this point? What is more attractive if you're trying to get Tom Brady to come here? Waller or Josh Jacobs? Now, that's debatable. My thing is this. Only thing I can go off of is what's been happening. Josh Jacobs has been consistently good. Darren Waller in the last 2 years hasn't really been on the field, and you're dealing with the currency of what he could be and the currency of hope. Darren Waller really has not been what he's advertised the last few years. Darren Waller hasn't performed on the field, numbers, playing. He hasn't performed as the second or third best tight end in football. He hasn't. He hasn't been available. Your ability is your availability. So I could see the Raiders moving on from Darren Waller. This is a guy who is on the wrong side of 30. This is a guy who has a substance abuse problem that can rear his head. Listen, I'm not trying to use that against him, but that you're going to give a guy $100 million that can fall off the wagon at any time. So there's certain things that you definitely have to take into consideration when you talk about this, man. Robert Davia, that's smoke. Rodgers not going to be a Raider. We're going to end up with Garoppolo. See, bro, I know with us, man, we've seen a lot of fucked up stuff happen in the Raiders over the years. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. There's not a lot of teams that really are in a position to bring Aaron Rodgers in. There's not. Like if you look at the Packers and they're saying we want a first-round pick, right? We're a team that's picking in the top 10, and we have a vacancy at quarterback. We're a team that is in the AFC, right? The New York Jets. The Jets are not picking in the top 10. I don't think. I got to look at the draft. But and then you look at the New York Jets. Where would you rather be, right? Would you rather be in New York City, or would you rather be a guy that's a West Coast kid that played at Cal, that wanted the Raiders to draft him, get to go play with Davante Adams, a guy that he's familiar with, a guy he knows, with an offensive head coach as opposed to a defensive head coach and Robert Saleh? I would probably be under the assertion that Aaron Rodgers will look at this job as a better job. It's a better job. He doesn't mind playing in the cold. He's been playing in the cold for a long time, but and the Jets are a talented roster. Don't get it fucked up. They got some young guys, but just being able to come here and play with a guy like, now say for instance they get rid of Hunter Renfrow to get rid of that money and keep Darren Waller, and you have Waller and you got Davante, and they go out there and get some other guys, and they're able to keep Josh Jacobs. That's great for Aaron Rodgers. That's great for him. You bring an alignment here or there, and you're off to the races at that point, correct? And then he's going to perform, at a level that's going to be a lot better than what Derek was performing at. My brother, Daniel Kim, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, bro. Salute, Wasted, out with the fan. We'll watch it later. Daniel Kim, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you, my dog. Oh, my dog Mo's in the play. Mo, what's going on, bro? Yo, the chat is moving so crazy in here, bro. I got to catch up, man. Patrick B, thank you for the $10 super chat. Yo, one of the most valuable members of the Raider Nation Unlimited Army, man, the Wasted Town Army. I appreciate you, Patrick B. Brady makes a lot more sense in the situation we are in. We keep our draft. We can fill the pieces in after. And I think so, too. It all depends on ability-wise. Has Father Time kicked Tom Brady's ass or not? If Tom Brady can be what he was this season and be protected, I think that's an upgrade over what we had last year. So that means that'll pay dividends next year. Crazy thing is, who would have ever thought that bringing in Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady would mean you still have the second best quarterback in your division? It's fucking crazy, man. Bernard Brooks, Wasted, great job you're doing. Thank you, Bernard. Appreciate you, my dog. Thank you, man. I need to hear that, man. Thank you, man. My dog, Predator King. Get bracelet with your brother Wasted, man. Appreciate you, my dog. I don't see Stiddy sticking around if he's going to be on the bench again. He's been sitting for 4 years. I'm sure he also wants a chance to start somewhere in the NFL. See, old school, thank you for the $10 super chat, bro. I appreciate it, bro. The thing about Jarrett Stidham is he understands what his value is around the National Football League. You can want to be a starter. You can, look, my father used to say to me, you could take a wish in one hand and a crap in the other and see which one comes first. He can wish to be a starter, but one of the only places that he'd be able to start at, I would submit to you, is just here. This is the only place in the league Jarrett Stidham could be a starter at right now. I don't think anyone's going to trade for Jarrett Stidham off of him playing well in a game that we lost against and him playing well one time. No one's going to do that. So Jarrett Stidham could want to be a starter, but at the end of the day, man, listen, man, if you're not a starter, where would you rather be? You'd rather be with the people who drafted you and believed in you. Now, your contract demand could be a little more than it was. You want to get a little more money, but his role in the National Football League is a backup quarterback, and that's just the long and the short of it. Listen, everybody can't be Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, man. There's only one quarterback, bro. You have 3 wide receivers on the field at the same time, but it's very rare you got 2 quarterbacks on the team at the same time, man. Predator King, Brady knows the system too, and Brady invented the system pretty much. A lot of them plays are things that he liked. So they know, it'll be like riding a bike for Tom Brady. The thing with Tom Brady that concerns me is that last year we were sure that he retired. And this year, we're sure he's going to play again. And I think the fact that he's being quiet, he's not saying anything. I think that Tom Brady is really going to look in the mirror and say, man, do I still want to keep going? Because he's done everything. Like, he said he wanted to pass Michael Jordan. He got 7. You know what I mean? He passed Joe Montana. Like, the guy has done he owns every meaningful passing record. He's won the most Super Bowls. I mean, the guy's won more Super Bowls than franchises, bro. It's nothing else for Tom Brady to do. It's almost nothing else for him to do. The only thing he can do to just put some more in the thing is just do what LeBron did and win a championship in 3 different places. That's the only other thing where to be, and then, I mean, he's already played a Super Bowl at home. It's nothing. It's ridiculous, bro. It's nothing else for him to do, bro. It's like in Madden when you created a player and they have all of these. Remember they had that mode. It's been a long time since I played Madden, where you could play a franchise mode with one player, and then they have all them checks for you to make the Hall of Fame. Man, he fucking went way past that. Noah, I prefer going for Brady, but I can see the Raiders trading Waller and a third for Rodgers and then signing JJ to that large contract that will devalue the amount of draft capital the Packers are going to get. Now, I can see that. The thing about it is, what do you guys think about this? Now, I know Derek Carr has a no trade clause in his contract. What do you think about the Packers accepting a package, Derek Carr, second round pick, and Hunter Renfrow and or Waller? Do you think that would be something that the Raiders can deal with? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that that's going to happen, because I think the Packers, if they're going to move on from Aaron Rodgers, they're going to move forward Jordan Love. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to rebuild. So they're not trying to take on a lot of contract. They're trying to rebuild with draft capital through the draft. So I don't think the Packers want to take on a high-end big name player. I think they want to just get better through the draft. My dog Lee Zadell. JJ flourished while Waller was gone. Keep JJ. Lee Zadell, the flying wonderful. I appreciate you. My brother, Dubzilla, what it is. Another big point with Brady over Rodgers is that the Brady effect. Players will follow him. And I've said that too, my brother. Yo, I saw my dog Mo is in a place to be. Mo, yo, thank you for pulling up. Mo, listen, Mo, let me know in the chat if it's all right for me to text you, bro. I want to text you. I got to talk to you about something, bro. I appreciate you, my dog, for pulling up. The Raiders can get Brady on a new deal. If the Raiders go after Rodgers, they have to give up premium draft. Yep, I said that, man. And pay him top dollar. Not the best situation for a squad with a lot of holes to fill. And I believe so too, Mo. I believe so too. And the funny thing about Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, for him to be a Raider, he's going to have to meet the Raiders halfway when it comes to contractually. So it all depends on whether Aaron Rodgers is into winning. Does he want to win, or does he want to get paid? You know what I'm saying? Because you're paying a guy more than anyone else in the league, and he still be the second best quarterback in the division, because Patrick Mahomes still in his division, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute, brother, but the Jets have a better roster. I think the Jets have a better roster all the way around as far as youth. And they have guys, they have a lot of blue chip talents, bro. So you got a guy like Sauce Gardner, right? Sauce Gardner looks like a future star. Quinnen Williams is a bona fide stud. Mekhi Becton looks like he could be a stud, but the guy's hurt, right? Elijah Vera Tucker, definitely stud, right? You got a lot of studs on the Jets roster, but the problem is you have a lot of unproven talent, right? And for Aaron Rodgers at this point, it's what is he looking for? Breece Hall is a rookie. He can have a great rookie season. It's a lot of unproven talent. I think the blue chip offensive talent that we have outweighs theirs. Defensively, it's not even a question, right? But we have some pieces here that if you fill it in, our roster is better than theirs in one free agent period. You guys forget we have Max Crosby. You guys forget we have Chandler Jones, who was coming on in the end of the year. We have guys on this roster. It's just the Jets, just by not even by Smiths. The Jets have a lot of young talent. I can't, like, they knocked their draft out of the park last year, man. It's ridiculous what they did with their draft. I wish we could have got some of those guys, man. Rich Tavares, I love JJ, but damn, there's some amazing running backs in this draft. Will be completely crazy to draft someone like Jahmyr Gibbs and have some money to spread around. That kid is so damn explosive. Rich Tavares, the problem with that is, bro, is that it's a hard sell. If you guys are cool with it, it's cool. But are you guys willing to let this man walk out the building? Are y'all willing to do that? You see, what you're dealing with is the currency of hope at this point. We know what we got in Josh Jacobs. That's the league's leading rusher. He's one of the finest running backs in football. When you draft a kid, you're looking at potential. Potential does not always mature into stardom. Because if it does, then everybody would do it. Everybody would just get rid of their running backs, right? The 49ers for years, and in the Shanahan system, they just put anybody in there. But eventually, sometimes you just need a star, bro. My dog, Raider Prophet, Brady will lure OG Shaq Mason. Why is no one looking at Robert Woods? See, Raider Prophet, see, the thing about Robert Woods is, man, I think Robert Woods had a catastrophic injury, and I think I think it's a medical thing. It's not a skill thing. I think this offseason, we will see how much Robert Woods has left in the tank because he was coming off of a big injury this year. So that's what you got to look at. And then Robert Woods demands a big contract number, and he doesn't stretch the field like you would want a second receiver to do. See, with us, he's a number 2 with us. I mean, he was a number 2 with the Rams, to be honest with you. Cooper Kupp came on, But to be honest with you, bro, I'm cool on bringing in any high price receiver talent until we address everything on the defensive side of the ball in this offensive line, man. That's why young QBs are overrated. Burrow should have won last year. He's probably losing to Mahomes Sunday. See, bro, I can't say that young quarterbacks are overrated, bro. Young quarterbacks are where it's at, bro. Young quarterbacks afford you to build a talented roster around the quarterback. Look at all these guys on rookie deals. All of the guys in the playoffs are young quarterbacks, bro. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow. Patty's the only one that got paid, but they built the team around him and had to get rid of Tyreek Hill. He's already won his ring. You know what I mean? He might win another one. He might not, right? Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, balling right now. Young guy, rookie contract. Looks like a future star. Just Josh Allen. Like these guys, I'm telling you, bro, having a young quarterback is the best case scenario, to be quite honest with you. The Raiders are in no position to take any more risks. Tom Brady's a risk. See, Raiders recognize game. Who's he a risk for, though? Is he a risk for you? Because to me, right, Tom Brady, even as an old man, is an upgrade of what we had last year. So if you improved a 9-year starter for you in one offseason, that's a win for the Raiders. If he's getting paid less, he's a better leader. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. Like the guy is, he's incomparable. I don't think that that's a risk. Like starting Jarrett Stidham is a risk. Starting Tom Brady is an improvement. Now, are you going to get Tom Terrific from 2011? No. Are you getting Tom Brady from 2000 and whenever whenever one of them years he won a Super Bowl? No, you're not getting that. But what you're doing is you're getting a guy in the twilight of his career who's still better than probably fucking 25 to 26 other quarterbacks in the National Football League right now. And you can't say that about the guy that you had here previously. Most of the nation was saying the same thing about JJ before the season. JJ hurt all the time. Let Waller play a healthy season. I bet everybody changed their tune on Waller. The thing about Waller is you guys like Waller, but bro, at the end of the day, he's a tight end. And I think a running back is more valuable to bringing in an older quarterback than a tight end. And I'm going to tell you why. The best friend for an old quarterback is a fucking great running game. And that's one of the things that Brady wants on his checklist, a great dominant running game. JT Douglas, my dog, thank you for the $2 super. Josh Jacobs, the money, just not a running back, 53 receptions. My dog, I got to get down to some of these supers, man. My bro, Van City, who would have thought that the same year we finally let Carr go, we'd be talking about you between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers? I know, man. The only thing is whether it comes to fruition or not. We talk about a lot of shit in Raider Nation that never happens, bro. So let's hope this comes to fruition. Bro, that's the thought amongst team execs that DC is going to the Texans. Would you package the number 7 plus DC to move up to number 2 overall along with a mid-round pick? Would that be suitable? Bro, to be honest with you, the thing about it is that I'm not just trading Derek to move up to the top. I got to get something. I got to win that. Like if I'm giving you a former Pro Bowl quarterback and I'm moving up to number 2, I got to get a second round or 2 back. If we're swapping picks, I need a number 2 back for the player. So the 2 for Derek and we swap picks and it's even for me. But I wouldn't be mad at that, Mike, especially if Jalen Carter doesn't go number 1 and we got a chance to draft a Jalen Carter. then that makes more sense. What up, Wasted? Big Marv, my brother, man. Marv, what's the deal, bro? Think about building our team through the draft. Raider recognized game. That's what I want. If you look at why the 49ers are so good, I said this earlier. I want us to build through the draft. The only thing about this is Raider recognized game. This organization cannot afford to build next year strictly through the draft. They can't. They have to get a quarterback in free agency. There's no two ways around it unless they take CJ Stroud or some shit like that. Lisa, me and Mo have collabed many times. Yo, Mo, that's my dog, man. Mo has helped this program so many fucking times, man. Yo, we got 475 in the room, man. It is lit in here, man. Thank y'all, man. I can't believe y'all pulled up on me this late, man. Lisa Dell, I'm trying to work a collab with Wasted, but he's too busy for me. Mo, get that. Man, please, man. Man, Mo, if I had your hand, I'll cut mine off, bro. JJ makes the defense stay honest with the run. Patrick B, listen, he's a battering ram. He's a short yardage back. I mean, listen, I was a guy who was saying we should get rid of Josh Jacobs. I was wrong. It's wrong. Listen, I'm all about what you do on the field and not what everybody says should happen in the National Football League. I ain't with that shit. What I saw this year from Josh Jacobs, his attitude and everything, to me, I think you need that in the locker room. The fact that the team got together and said, put a C on this man's chest, lets you know everything you need to know about what Josh Jacobs is and what he is. My dog Stephen Ray, Wasted. We got 6 points million rollover cap, 11 picks, not including if we trade Carr for picks. And if Brady and Gronk come as a package deal, it would be foolish to trade Waller. If you think if you got Gronk on the field, 6'6" and 6'7" is going to be hard to stop. Stevie Ray, I feel you, bro. But my thing is this. Are you willing to get rid of Josh Jacobs for Darren Waller? Are you willing to do that? I'm not willing to do that. I've never seen Darren Waller lead the league in anything. Like Josh Jacobs, you have one of the premier backs in the National Football League. He brings a whole nother element to this team. I think that you could replace Waller's production by signing a couple of people. I don't think the running back by committee thing will work to replace what Josh Jacobs is, though. I mean, I could be wrong, bro, but I'm in full support of keeping Josh Jacobs over Darren Waller, man. See, Kevin Castro, man, I've always wanted Brandon Cooks to come. He'd be a great number 2 receiver. Problem is, Brandon Cooks' contract is gargantuan. He's one of the highest paid wide receivers in football for whatever reason, bro. And I don't know how you make those numbers work, especially with all the guys we got to sign and all the holes we got. JJ is homegrown. It took him 4 years to get to his current level. Why let that go? Yeah, because listen, we got a guy that's on the right side of 30 with Josh Jacobs. With Waller, we got a guy on the wrong side of 30. And I don't know, man. NFL Network had us pick a Skronsky at 7 overall. Pushing boys, they're always wrong. Don't listen to their bullshit. Next week they're gonna have somebody else. Then this is the thing about all these early predictions, bro. I like doing mock drafts, but we're really gonna know what's going on after the college all-star games, after people start getting interviews with these guys one-on-one, after we see them in the underwear Olympics and see the measurables and size, and they sit down and have these interviews with these guys. Then you see who's who and what's what, man. That's what you're gonna see, man. Damn, man, it's so many people in here, man. Jesus, man, I'm trying to find this. My dog, David Quillas, with a $20 super, man. I really appreciate that, my brother. Thank you. Wasted. What if Carr knew this whole time when he signed this 1 year out of his contract that Waller and Renfro would sign and be traded, and when he said Jacobs would be the happiest at the end during his pressure? Maybe he knew, man. Listen, bro, there's a lot of things that have gone on this year that I've heard things behind the scenes. I've heard certain stuff that, that's been going on in that building, bro, that is starting to come to fruition. And whatever Carr knew at this point, man, it's kind of irrelevant at this point. Like, he's no longer here. He's going to move on with his career. I wish him the best. But, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't wish him the best, man. I really don't like the way the Carr family is going out. I wish him the best as a person, but as a football player, I don't want to see him make the Raiders look foolish. My allegiance and my loyalty is to my team. I don't really, I'm past Derek. You know what I mean? But the thing is, at this point, man, if he knew, he knew it was up to him to play at a certain level, and he didn't get it done, and that's what's got to happen. The problem with JJ is he wants 15 mil. See, top beats. I don't know if we don't know what Josh wants. I don't think Josh Jacobs wants $15 million a year. The Raiders will be foolish to pay him that. The franchise tag for running backs this year is $10 million. If I were the Raiders, I'd make him the Kirk Cousins of running backs and just keep franchising until I couldn't anymore, to be quite honest with you. But which means I bet Renfrow and Waller might get traded because of cap issues. There are tight ends in the draft that can play. And I believe that too, Top Beats. I agree with you on that 110%, my dog. My dog, Raider for Life 1970. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my brother. No reason to get rid of anyone. Just add Brady. We could restructure a few contracts. We could have around 80 to 90 million and draft Richardson for the future. Problem is, Raider for Life, you just thinking on one side of the football. They got to do something to address that defensive side of the ball, bro. They have to go out there and make a splash in free agency and bring somebody in now to help this damn offense, bro. You can't go into a season and think that you're gonna have a 40-year-old quarterback depending on him to just light it up. You got to have a defense in the running game, yo. You have to. Guys, I'm gonna read. I gotta read the chat, super chat. I'm gonna pull back up. I'm gonna read some of these. Mo, I see your comments, bro. It's just so many people in here, man. I gotta keep up, Mo. You're wasted. What's up, bro? Jacobs came from nothing. He was homeless, and now he's a star. I wish they would extend him. I let Renfrow go in the trade. Mondo, bro, that's the guy that to me, Hunter Renfrow, I love Hunter, but Hunter Renfrow, I've always been concerned about his stature and him being hurt a lot and him having a big contract and that contract becoming an albatross because of that. So for me as if I'm putting my GM hat on, not as a fan and because my heart is with Hunter Renfrow. I have a lot of respect for Hunter Renfrow. I've enjoyed his play here. I like Hunter Renfrow. But as a GM, if you're a GM, that's the guy you want a red circle and you probably want to get rid of. Wasted. Collaborate with Mo. Get sushi. It's on. Mo does not deal with sushi. But guys, yes, me and Mo. Mo, what's up, man? Free agency impact your draft board. I don't go heavy with mock drafts until mid-March. And that's right, Mo. That's definitely how you got to do it because you don't have all the information. I do the mock drafts really, to be honest with you, to get more familiar with players. And when I do mock drafts, it makes me say, let me dig deeper in this guy. Let me go get some all 22 tape. Let me look at the game film and not just look at highlights of guys. So I love it, man. Halo Raider, my brother, wasted. I'm calling it. You're going to be live when breaking news happens. Raiders trade for Aaron Rodgers, just like last season when the DA deal got done. The Raider equinox is upon us. You damn right, my brother. I hope so, man. Yo, Van City, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. You the man, bro. Appreciate you, man. Much respect and love to my dog, Van City, man. People forget they will restructure some contracts. Jacobs ain't leave out. You can't let Josh Jacobs leave, bro. The Fly and Wonderful, Lisa Dell. The media picks up content for fans and run with it. We got to feed these fools what they want. Don't put out negative info in here. And I said that with Sanjit, Lees. Telling you, man, the media definitely does. Hit Stick Stepper, what's the deal, bro? What's going on? Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Paging wasted talent. Oh, man, look, we ain't going to put that out there. But happy birthday to my brother, Big Mike, man. Wasted. Mo, get at it, Mo. Please, bro. I know that you're not doing that. No, you ain't doing that for me, man. My bro Dox Ent the place to be. Wipe them feet. See y'all in a few. It's right. Dox Ent them going live, man. We got to tag Jacobs, restructure contracts, bringing in free agents that fit the system. Now, let's go get Lombardi. I don't know, man. I like Mike Lombardi and what he did a long time ago, bro, but I'm not running out there to go get Mike Lombardi, bro. I'm going to be quite honest with you, yo. But, yo, real quick, let me not just glaze over that. Happy birthday to my brother, my friend, Big Mike, man. Yo, I don't call a lot of people friends. Big Mike is a friend of mine, man. Happy birthday, my brother. And many, many, many more, my bro. Classic Man Q, my dog. We don't have to get rid of anyone. Make Miller and Chandler. See, but bro, Classic Man Q can't make these guys take a pay cut. They have to want to. It's either they take a pay cut or you cut them, right? And then if you cut them, then you have salary cap implications. Cole Miller is the only guy that if he doesn't play ball, you can cut. But then you lost your starting left tackle. These guys gotta want to see. That's the problem with restructuring contracts. They have to be it has to be advantageous to the player and the team, and sometimes it's not always that way. Top Beats. He put it out in a tweet today that his deal would need to make sense to him. So I interpreted it. That means he wants the bag, which means that would be in a $15 million range. See, I don't know, Top Beats. I don't know 15 mil. That's a lot, Top Beats. And I saw that tweet, bro. I don't know if it's 15 million, bro. That's a freaking lot of money, my bro. Rodgers is a smart man. Unless the Raiders get a defense, he's not going to a tough division like the AFC West. Rodgers will only go to a Super Bowl contender. That is something that we don't know. This is a man who is supremely, supremely talented, bro. Supremely talented. Wasted. Do you think Jacobs gets upset with 2 franchise tags and no extension? Yes. Hell yeah, he does. But he's going to be a professional, man. He's going to be a professional. Dakota J, what's going on, man? It's a Jet fan, but he always pulls up. Salute to you. Brady looks good in the black. Yeah, the silver and black, bro. I know y'all got some black jerseys. It feels just like we're on the verge of having a bunch of high-paid players. We need a full draft with cheap young talent with a competent staff who actually knows how to draft. See, Richard DeVos, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think what you do is you can't listen to the conjecture out here in Raider Nation, bro. They're going to fill holes with high-priced free agents, but they're going to build through the draft. That's what Dave Ziegler is. He's a money ball GM, like Billy Beane in baseball. He is like Brian Cashman with the Yankees. Brian Cashman has a lot of freaking free agents and stuff, but Brian Cashman also drafts and brings in young talent with the Yankees. I think they're cut from the same cloth. I think we're going to get a good mixture of both. And we're going to sign the right free agent. I don't think we're going to go out there and sign any free agent. We're going to be out there and we're going to sign free agents that make sense to this team. Hotep, my bro Cannon. What's up, Cannon? Shout out to my dog Cannon Hotep, man. My brother, man. Appreciate you for pulling up in the place to be, man. Thank you, man. Classic Man Q, thank you for the $2 donation, bro. Send Carter Washington, man, Q. Get the F out of here, man. Washington be some silly motherfuckers to do that, bro. Off topic. You and Graf are top notch. Love you when Coach Gruden comes on. I love to have a Raiders podcast. I appreciate you, Dox. Appreciate you, Mondo. Thank you, my dog. Appreciate you, man. I want a first for Carr. Yeah, we all want a first for Carr. But I don't think that's going to happen, brother. I really don't, man. Do you think the Texans would give up the 12th pick for DC4? Bro, he grew up in that organization. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. He grew up in that organization, bro. The thing is, say for instance, the Texans and the new coach that comes in is willing to deal with Derek Carr. See, that's the thing. When you hire a new coaches normally want to draft their own quarterback. So the coach that comes in is a guy who likes Derek Carr and wants Derek Carr, and that's something that's a good caveat right there. Also, who's the number one player on the board? Do they want one of these quarterbacks? To me, it looks like the Texans want Bryce Young. I think that's a lot of media bullshit when they talk about signing Derek Carr. I don't think so, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Sean Huggins, my dog. Ain't nobody going to the Jets. Y'all getting scraps. You stupid. NYNTY5. I have no idea why I haven't commented on your sets, man. I've watched you from the beginning, man. We are the same, mid-70s, baby. Loving this team. Bro, listen, don't make this your last time commenting, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Always pull up. I appreciate all of the comments, bro. It's just been, the chat's been moving. If I missed anybody, I'm real, real sorry, bro. But I'm going to be back active, man. I'm on a late shift at work this week. But, I go back to normal time where I get off and I'll be home and stuff like that. But I'm going to be tapping in late this week and early this week, too, because I go to work. I'm working like the mid shift. So your best bet is to stick with Carr and draft a QB. Get yourself some D. You'll be all right. Nah, I'm cool with Carr, bro. He got to go, man. If we do end up getting Brady, I low-key think we really going to draft Paris Johnson and solidify the O-line. Really that. See, I think the reason why you feel like that hit stick is because of what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did with Ali Moppet. I really feel that way, bro. I don't think that that's what's going to happen, bro. I think they're going to go best play available, and I think that there's such a gaping hole on the defensive end of the football that they're going to go out there and do that. If you look at the Raiders line, and I know I don't put a lot of credence in Pro Football Focus, but the Raiders line was ranked 11th in the league, bro. Their line wasn't as bad as people think, bro. So I don't know, man. Kenneth Hotep, Lamar might be on the market. So thank you, Kenneth. Bro, Lamar's not going anywhere. Unless they fire the head coach, they're not like, bro. So okay, you get rid of Lamar Jackson, and then who? Then who? The Ravens are in a situation where they have one of the most physically talented quarterbacks in the league, and they built that team around Lamar Jackson. What they got to do with Lamar Jackson, bro, is they got to go and make sure that they give him somebody to throw to. They doing Lamar Jackson like they used to do Michael Vick. So if you do anything, you sign Lamar Jackson, you do your damnness to get DeAndre Hopkins. Even though I don't think D Hop is going to go to another run first quarterback, man. My bad, I fucked that up. Tristan Wirth was the one they drafted. Thank you for correcting your old man wasted, man. Appreciate you, dog. Darth Raider, Lamar wants too many guarantees for an injury-prone player. That's right. And see, this is the thing about Lamar Jackson. This is the reason why when people were bringing up, we need to get. I don't want Lamar Jackson. I don't ever want to bring in a quarterback in free agency who's a run-first quarterback, because normally you get the best of a run-first quarterback on a first deal. And a second deal, all of the warts of why they don't want to give him another deal comes out. I don't want to have an aging Lamar Jackson getting his fucking ribs broken and being out half the season and him taking up 30% of our salary cap. My dog, get used to hearing that name. Darnell Wright, my pick for the Raiders. Tackle. Darnell Wright, what you talking about, from Tennessee? Yeah, man. He's a dog, man. I don't know why anyone wants Lamar Rodgers. You pay either of those QBs, we're fucked again by not being able to pay any top defensive players. Boogie, that's right. And that's why I want Tom Brady in town, man. That's why I want Brady in town, man. That's definitely, bro. AR-12, AR-15, trade for Jalen Ramsey, draft Carter. Super Mario Cron, in a perfect world, that'll happen. How do you draft a top quarterback, and what do you give up for Jalen Ramsey? Then how much you paying for Jalen Ramsey? Then Carter has to fall to us. Carter is the number one player on everybody's draft board. The Chicago Bears are probably going to draft him. So I don't see that happening, my brother. I hope so, but the Ravens backup Huntley looked good. Yeah, but he's a backup. He looked good in spurts, but you can't go forevermore with Brent Huntley, bro. It's not going to happen, man. My dog Mo, we got to be more honest about Lamar Jackson. He's missed 10 games over the last 2 seasons, and he wants Deshaun Jackson fully guaranteed money. Lamar Jackson is a guy who is being smart. He's trying to be his own agent. He is his own agent. But the problem when you're your own agent is that you don't have a sounding board to tell you that you're wilding. You don't have someone else to be honest with you and say, hey, Lamar, look, I know what you want. This is what's offered. This is what that guy was into. The scenarios are totally different. He's not going to get that. The Browns were desperate. You know what I'm saying? The only team I could see giving Lamar Jackson that kind of money and jumping out the window for him is a bad owner, right? Maybe the Indianapolis Colts, right? If they could swing something, or maybe him going to the Carolina Panthers because they're in need of a quarterback and they've been willing to give up draft compensation and bring in high price quarterbacks from other teams. So Lamar Jackson is a slam dunk, right? If you bring Lamar Jackson to the Carolina Panthers, then that's different, right? But I don't necessarily see that happening. Maybe the Atlanta Falcons, the rebirth of Michael Vick, right? But I don't see that happening, bro. I really don't. My dog, Tone Low, Raider Nation. What it do? Wasted salute. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Imagine if the Raiders could get D-Hop and D. Adams. That would be fire. Yeah, man. We playing Madden at this point, though, bro. Richard Tavares, I think Lamar's going to Miami. The thing about it is that, okay, if Lamar goes to Miami, then what do you do with the contract to Tagovailoa? If he doesn't retire, he's injured or whatever, now you have a guy who was a top draft pick. You're paying a top draft pick to sit on the bench, and you're going to bring a Lamar Jackson who wants damn near $300 million. I just don't see that working. With Tyreek Hill, then you're going to have to pay Jalen Waddle. Then you got to build the rest of the team. I don't see Lamar Jackson being a fit in Miami, bro. Mike White can be available for a half-eaten sandwich and a fucking grape CNC, my dog. Yo, when the Saints come marching in, oh yeah, the Saints too. But the Saints don't have a lot of cap space, my dog. My dog, Cannon Hotep, man. Jeremiah, yeah, I'm doing splendid, man. The family's doing well, man. Mom's doing well. Everything is great, man. Work is going good. Everything is all to the good, my brother. Appreciate you. Jay Scott, how long do y'all think it's going to be until we trade Davante? I think it's going to be a while, man. Davante Adams is definitely the cornerstone of this organization right now, along with Max Crosby's. Raider Nation, funny as hell with these scenarios. Yeah, man, it is. But, yo, that's what makes this shit fun until it all happens. But, y'all, look, man, we coming up on an hour, man. I love all of y'all. I appreciate everybody who pulled up in here, man. It's always a pleasure coming in here and dropping some content, man, and kicking it with the nation, man. Love all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate every super, every comment, everybody that pulled up. Mo, yo, I'm going to text you, bro, if it's all right, man. I'm about to text you right now, man. We got to link up, my dog. Rick Nelson, my dog, let me read these on the way out. If Raiders get Brady, draft McKee to back him up. He will be the next 6'6 QB for the Raiders. Build the defense. The players are there in the draft. Rick Nelson, yo, I got to take a look at McKee, bro. That's really what I thought was going to happen. Brady, draft a kid to sit behind Brady. Who better to learn behind than Brady? Even if he doesn't go and take you by the hand and says, do this, and that, just watching how he prepares. If that's the standard that you see as a rookie and that's the only thing you know, that's fucking excellent, man. My dog hits this step but wasted. I think we should draft safety Antonio Johnson in the second if he's still there. Yeah, that. Yo, he's nice. I'm gonna do a short on Antonio Johnson, bro. Yo, thanks for that hit stick. Yo, all of y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Big Mike, love you, bro. Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? My dog, Alapocalypse, Miami, but everybody. My dog, hit stick step. I'm gonna lock in with you next time, fella. Yo, always, my brother. Appreciate you for pulling up. But y'all have a beautiful night, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Make sure y'all go over there and pull up. Graf and Mitch is not Mitch, but Graf and Stu is doing the show. They got a former NFL player over there, man. Pull up over there. I'll be over there. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man.